Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. We're Jameson with Games. Happy Wednesday, folks. Familiar refrain coming at you. I'm not going to have as much time as I had hoped for today's session. So this might be a shorter one. Hold on, just adjusting my chair some. There we go, there we go. I've got the director's chair, Greg's chair set up. If Abra wants to join me. She was in here on it earlier, but then not. She's doing her thing. It's all good. So yeah, here we are. And I think we'll still get something done of significance, even though I may not have nearly as much time. I was kicking around thoughts of, wow, if it's short enough, if the concluding segments are short enough, maybe I'll beat the game. No, only if clearing the first 4 floors of the ancient cave, like the proving grounds of the Mad Overlord section, is the end, will I actually do that right now. But we'll try to get something done. Let's fire it up. It is the 15th session of this playthrough, which I pledged to complete before my vacation ends. My first day back to work is next Wednesday. So we shall see. But I remain optimistic. Oh, hey, the King MX 1998. Don't need cheap viewers, pal. I've already got the highest quality viewers I could ask for. And that, by the way, it's not a reference to you. Goodbye forever. There, now goodbye forever. Had to wait for the message to fade away off screen. So the story so far, for whatever reason, I guess actually, since I don't have the manual and there's no intro, I'm retroactively filling in what the plot must be, which is that the Lord of some kingdom that we're in right now. Hold on a moment. Flick, Rex, Siobhan, Casmo. No. Sing Sing Artian. I'll fix it. It's supposed to be Sing Sing Casmo Artian. The Lord of this place needed... What did he need? 3 treasures. The Lord vessels. No connection there to Dark Souls as far as I'm aware. Needed the Lord vessels. Do we have identifiable things of this party? Sure hope we don't. We can just get down to business. Well, some but not many. And maybe it'll be great armor and I'll be happy. Antique plate. No. I already have loads of best plate and plate of hope, and I've got everything I could want on the characters. Breastplate. If, and I don't think it's likely, but if Siobhan can equip that, if a priest can equip a breastplate, then that's good. Let's find it. But yeah, so there were 3 dungeons, 3 towers, the Tower of Stillness, the Tower of Witchcraft, the Tower of Spirits, each of which contained a treasure, a Lord vessel. There was a sword, a book, and a mantle, like a cloth, sort of cape type thing. And we acquired those, which enabled the Lord to win a war. And then we were treated to a lengthy, not that long, but like an actual graphic narrative scene where... One moment here. She can equip it. That's great. We're treated to a lengthy narrative scene where the Lord first wins the war and then, to celebrate, has a great banquet, great feast. Everyone gets drunk except one suspicious person. And when they all pass out drunk, that one suspicious person took the Lord to the ancient sealed cave and with the blood of the Lord, who I believe he has killed, opened that seal and fled into the cave where allegedly a great demon with a throbbing heart, I assume, is lurking. And then we went after them. And the big twist, the giant Easter egg, it's not even an Easter egg, it's like a whole Easter basket, I guess, if you're a classic Wizardry fan, is that the first 4 floors of the ancient cave are the first 4 floors of the dungeon in Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. That's kind of neat. Oh, what if Oh, shiny chain is equivalently good to breastplate. So that was anticlimactic. Oh well. Yeah, so I had mostly finished the first 4 floors, which in the original Wizardry are really like the quest part of the game. Once you clear the first 4 floors, it's a 10-floor dungeon, but floors 5 through 9 are just there. They don't have any special encounters, no special items, no puzzles. They're there so you can grind, or alternately so that you can, well, it's also part of grinding, but collect items from enemies that might enhance your playthrough. The only reason I beat the original Wizardry is because I had a samurai equipped with the Muramasa blade. So it's not wasted time to map those floors out and hopefully find a really good sword. Hello, Flaming Bee. Welcome. And so I made it most of the way through these 4 floors. And then wasn't quite sure what to do. And then I tried to look for my old Wizardry Proving Ground and the Mad Overlords maps, which shouldn't be that hard to find. Like, I do own like a large number of grid paper books that I've accumulated over the years for role-playing games and now for, well, role-playing games but on computer. And then I just hit a wall. Hey, Stupinski! I'm starting late, so you're right here at the start this time. Nice. Latuma pick. Oh, Lo Milwa, the light spell. And Maporfic, take everyone's AC down by 2. This is old school. Low AC is good. And here we are. I couldn't find the maps, but I did remember something that I think... Oh, I shouldn't have cast Lo Milwa. I'm about to go into a darkness area. But I did remember something that I think pretty much is just going to wrap this up pretty quickly, like the first 4 floors. Which is that, in the original Wizardry, there is no use an item in the field command like this game has. Oh, man. When I go on I get 5 weeks of vacation, which I just take consecutively because I teach most of the year, so there's just limited amount of time that I can take those weeks of vacation. But the only person on their own is nobody. Because we hire a sessional. I hook them up with everything they need to just run my course without me. And then they have my phone number if there's an emergency. So at the very least, I'm spared enormous responsibilities when other people are on vacation. And I don't dump enormous responsibilities on anyone when I take my vacation. This is a lie. The corridor doesn't end. Well, it does, but it ends in an elevator that I want to go to. So yeah, in this game, if I press select, because this is based on the Wizardry 5 system, which was a big upgrade over the Wizardry 1 system. You wouldn't tell if you looked at 2 screenshots side by side of those 2 games. They look exactly the same. But they really did overhaul the system with the door opening and the use of items in the field. In the original Wizardry, you can't use items in the field. And so the way a lot of puzzles get solved, or barriers are surmounted, has nothing to do with finding keys to unlock doors. There are keys, but the keys you just have to have in your possession. You told me that you have it, but nothing else about it, and I would love to hear about it. Having the keys in your possession just allows you to go past some squares. Like on the 2nd floor, there's this place where winds or whatever blow you back. And that exists in this game too. And I got past it, and I was like, oh, I must have the item now. I wonder if it's that weird Kappa statue I picked up. No, I think it's one of I have 3 keys in this dungeon so far. The copper key, the silver key, and the gold key. And I think that's what's going on. Meanwhile, I remembered, just by thinking about it, thinking about what the shape of the place was, here on the 4th level of the dungeon, get Rex to doom a pig, cast doom a pick. I remembered where you get the blue ribbon item that gives you permission to use the other elevator. Ooh. Well, that's not promising. Although, hopefully that's something the devs are still working on, maybe? Well, that sucks. That sucks. Do they at least have the early access excuse? So what I remembered is that it's up here. It's through here. I couldn't get through here last time because there were rays of gold or something like that stopping me. Oh man. Okay. So now they're just unloading product as much as they can. That's a shame. Well, that's a point in favor of Darkest Dungeon 2 being my next roguelike fixation. Rogue-esque fixation. Yeah, it's up there. And I bet that just nothing's going to happen now when I go through here. Because I have the golden key. There. So I bet we're about to finish up here. Not with the whole game. This is... Okay. So elsewhere on this floor, there was a do not enter thing, and I was like, well, we got to try it. And I entered, and it teleported us into stone and killed the entire party. Although, this game is still more generous than the original Wizardries, because the teleported into stone party was then teleported again to the priest. In regular Wizardry, if you teleport into solid stone by mistake, or because you set off a teleporter trap that randomly selected solid stone to put you in, that party's just gone forever. This one, though, you actually have to go in the control. All of a sudden, an alarm rings out. This is also true in the original Wizardry, except there wasn't a cool alarm sound. When the alarm stops, an eerie silence falls. Then, you hear the sound of approaching fiends. The only thought you have is, well, well, what a mess, as the footsteps come closer. And just like in the original game, that's not what starts the fight. Like, a fight doesn't just start there. Treasure storage. Maybe this is the room I'm supposed to go to? At any rate, we'll just do them. No, I don't think it is. But maybe there's some treasure in here, and that'd be cool. Boom, defeated them. Not much experience. Oh, I gotta reorder this party. I almost had Casmo do the inspection. Poison needle. Sing Sing is poisoned. She was just thrown off because she's used to being in the 4th slot, not the 5th slot. She's generally been a very good thief. She's a bard, but bards have the thief skills. We haven't used a regular thief. In standard Wizardry, you pretty much like have to have a normal thief in your team to like identify things and disarm traps if you're trying to get treasure. But then otherwise they suck. Like they're not good enough to be in the front row. So you put them in the back row, but in Wizardry 1, you can't attack from the back row. Besides the game like sucking as a piece of software though, Stimpinski, what's it like? Like, is it extra frustrating because you can tell that there's good ideas underlying the poor programming? And when we search, there's nothing. It's a trick. I think that exact trick is in the original. Ah, well that sucks. I mean, it's good that it's good. Oh, I love deck building too. I gotta make a decision soon. Am I going to play more Slay the Spire in my upcoming life? Or do I just say, let the anticipation build for Slay the Spire 2? One Black Wolf down. Jeez. Black Wolves are kind of tough. I mean, they're not good at fighting, apparently, but they're good at getting hit and not immediately dying. And they're each worth 300 experience points, which is nice. Sing Sing says it's poison gas. I trust her, but Siobhan, yep. The Calfo spell has a 95% success rate. Disarmed. We got a wand. Is there anything here? No, there's not going to be anything here because the important door is over here because it goes in Monster Training Center. But this is going to open... This isn't just a closet. This is a hallway or a large room. And this is it. The boss. Okay. Well, an archbishop is a bishop, meaning that it has the abilities of mage spells and priest spells. I hate that. But I also hate the Dark Esper, who is also obviously some kind of magician. I'm thinking that smoke demons probably can't be dispelled. So I'm going to go at them with what I got. Starting with Bariko from Siobhan. Sing Sing. Still doesn't really have anything good. I think Kortu is a good protect yourselves from magic spell, I think. Maybe. I'm doing it anyway. Casmo will bust out Maliqua on those same smoke demons. And then Artian has Madalto for the other ones. Alright. It's all on the line. Let's see what happens. Flick attacks the Archbishop with the Sword of Fire. 3 hits, 37 damage, did not kill her. Oh, that's a shame. Sing Sing casts Kortu. I hope that's what I think it is. Rex thrusts at the Dark Esper with the Nagamaki. 2 hits, 27 damage, didn't die. Okay. Smoke Demon casts Katino. That's a sleep spell. Sing Sing went to sleep, but nobody else. Smoke Demon tears Rex, but missed. Smoke Demon Siobhan missed. Archbishop is attacking instead of casting. Thank you, Archbishop. Attacks Artian with the Golden Rod, but missed. Smoke Demon casts Katino. No one knew was affected. Smoke Demon attacks Siobhan, but missed. Dark Esper rends Casmo with Hidden Blade. Hits once for 7 damage. Whatever. If you fools aren't going to cast spells, that's great. Nobody Katino'd there. Siobhan is asleep, so we're not getting that Bariko off. Casmo gets the Maliqua off. Artian with the Madalto. Took a full party of smoke demons. And the Maliqua got all but one of them at the end of the round. Ooh, I don't like that the Dark Esper fled. Smoke demons look cool. Good for them. Alright, Flick go for the Archbishop. Rex also go for the Archbishop. Siobhan attack the Smoke Demon. Sing Sing. I don't know. Just hide. Gazmo shall do just attack. Attack the Smoke Demon. Make sure it gets killed. And then we should have a Zalek from Artian. Excellent. Hopefully that'll take out the Dark Esper. Archbishop dead. Good work, Flick. Smoke Demon with the Katino. Flick went to sleep. But his work here is done. He deserves a rest. And the Dark Esper... Okay, great. I really thought the 2 obvious spellcasters might be a problem in that fight, but they opted not to use spells. Big experience. You love to see it. That's why we're doing it with this party, so we can level them up some. Okay, so there are 2 possible doors. I think it's actually the other one and not this one that goes somewhere important, but we're going to try them all. Abra. Ooh, surprised by the enemies. But all that resulted in was one jumping snake fleeing, like a coward. And another one just fled. And the other one died. We're done here. Not bad experience for such a pitiful fight. I think this room is nothing, but... yeah. It's good to confirm that. Whoa! A bear, a moon bear. Presumably, okay, so I thought this was a bear wearing a kerchief. But I think actually that's a cool thing that the bear, like the bear has moon fur. Like a moon patch of fur. That's cool. Not difficult to defeat. Good with the experience. Nice. Hopefully get some levels up. Sing Sing says it's a bomb. And it was, but she disarmed it, which is great. Wouldn't we feel foolish? I'm going to take a brief intermission, folks. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. Okay. We're at the fateful door, beyond which there should be something. You notice a large table in the center of this room. On top of the table is a crystal ball, protective charms, and other occult objects. Unfortunately, everything on the table seems broken beyond repair. As you walk further into the room, a door on the left closes and flashes blue. You try to open the door but have no success. Then, the door on the far wall glows orange, as if to invite you in. The door you came through, however, is now gone without a trace. Well, let's search. A door. So... Oh no. Every turn re-triggers the message. Wait. I ought to... we gotta live through the message, but I should see if there are secret doors. Like a secret door to the left. That kind of seemed hinted at, right? But no. Apparently not. If we turn around... Well, this isn't even to the left, so why would there be a door here? Nothing. Okay, once more. Okay. You know what? Before I move, what items besides the keys, this Tanuki statue, does it do something? Nothing. Statue the most is from the Tower of Stillness. Oh, there's the statue of Kappa. Does nothing. I don't remember there being a puzzle here in the original Wizardry, but my assumption is that we're about to head into something new. Perhaps on the 5th floor. But you never know, so... Okay, we have nothing left to use, so let's go through the door and see if that solves the problem. In the center of the room is the desk, and on it is a plastic nameplate. The plate reads, Permit Distribution Office. Oh, perfect. What we need is an elevator permit. Found the ribbon. And we've made it. Probably it doesn't need to be identified, but even if it doesn't, I want to go back just to... There's a very good chance of some levels up here because of that boss fight. Four buttons. Press A. Because the 4 buttons are very much just... There we go. The correspond to the 4 floors. And at least right now, but I think actually, period, we've done all of the going through doors that we're going to need to do. I wonder if it'll even make sense to keep, like, will this party suddenly be overmatched? Or is this game just never really going to get that hard? Which would be a bit disappointing. It wouldn't, ultimately, I think a few dungeon floors that hit, like, default Wizardry levels of tension would really be the perfect cherry on top for me with this game. But if they never come, it'll take the plus off the A+, but this has been a pretty great Wizardry experience as a fan of the original games. All right, to the stables. Fighter level ups are boring. Gained agility, gained luck, 18 hit points. That's good. And ways to go to the next one. How about Rex? Rex is on a different level up schedule than the others, so I'm glad that it worked out for him too. Gains level, new spells, gained IQ, gained piety, gained vitality. 1 hit point. Not bad. Ways to go for the next one. Siobhan. Leveled up. Perfect. Gains level, new spells, piety, luck. 4 hit points. And ways to go. Siobhan is not a great priest. Mary and the other party definitely has better stats. probably switch back to the other party at some point soon. New spells, strength, vitality, 4 hit points. But I think I'll at least get this party one more level up, I think, while exploring. Casmo! Come on, new spells, buddy. Damn it. I'm most excited for Casmo's new spells because I don't know what the alchemist spells are. IQ, vitality, luck, hit point, and a ways to go. Artian levels up. Good for him. New spells, strength, piety, 3 hit points. Very good. It's all very good. Okay. I guess we got some stuff. We could go identify it. Oh, especially the thing we need to identify. Probably, I don't know if we need to identify it. Geez, expensive, especially since we're not going to sell it. But fine. The pink ribbon. That's a twist. It's a blue ribbon in the original game. There's real cruelty involved in the fact that identifying items costs as much as their sale price. And you can't sell unidentified items. I'll sell this potion of Dios, but a potion of Dialco and of Latomorphus, those could turn out to be useful. I don't think they will. But they could. Wand of Winds. That's novel, at least. And a deluxe cuirass. I think I've already determined that I have no benefit from this. And we have a bunch of stuff I'm just hanging on to for some reason that I could sell. Okay. Back to the ancient cave. And let's find out what happens. Wouldn't it be a twist if the pink ribbon is not the item that secures access? What does Siobhan have now? Dialma and D. Okay. She's a healing machine. Put up Meporphic. Latuma pick. Not Lomilwa just yet. Artian, I bet, has Litophyte now. Oh, he already did. Put it up just in case. What's Palios? I know I've already looked at it a few times. Right. That's the... Basically, there was one point in the game where I needed to stand on something, but I had Litophyte, so it was like, you're floating over it. A chute down to a lower level. Wait, hold on. Casmo must have some cool spells by now. Like, I think he's got one that seems to do something. Wait, so Kaniqua is 3d4. Whereas Dalcaria, okay, 2 to 8, so 2d4. And Licorea as well. Okay, so I only have 3 levels. Oh, and then Maliqua, which is 4 to 20. 5d4. There's a theme here. Scaling up one at a time. But he's got one that's something, right? That might be persistent for us? I thought he did. Mouselo. Is that a field spell, though? It is. Ooh, and it gets us the shiny sword icon. We'll see how long it actually lasts. But yeah, it'd be quite a twist. Real kick in the head if the pink ribbon is not what opens up the other elevator. We're supposed to use the pink ribbon to go back somewhere else, find some item that we don't have yet. And so by violating this elevator, we're instantly killed or something. But if it happens, it happens. Lomilwa active. Private elevator, permitted use only, but I believe we are permitted. I certainly hope. Let's find out. Well, we weren't instantly killed there. 4 buttons. That's a twist. The private elevator makes sense, because I did not think we were getting a 10-level dungeon. Looks like, in fact, a 7-level, or possibly 8, if it's following the... Okay, so the private elevator in Wizardry 1, the original Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, has how many buttons? 4th level, 5th level, 6th level, 7th level, 8th level, 9th level. 6 buttons, A through F. Because it can get you down to the 9th level, and then from the 9th level, you can get to Verdna, the villain. It's Floor. He's got a whole 10th level, but there's a chute on the 9th level. It'll drop you down there. Okay. Palette change. Got a square ready. I assume, but I guess we might as well. We have a lot of slots. Confirm that this is 5B. Okay. I'll put the label on this because this is probably unknown to me. Okay. Based on that, based on the elevator there, my guess is that we have a 7 or 8 level dungeon. 8 level dungeon, in fact, is my guess. So 4 floors to go. What are they going to be like? Are they going to be hard? They're going to have music that makes you think that they're going to be hard. First thing I like to do on a new floor is go places that I can get to without stepping anywhere. New enemies. Oh, no, no. This is horrible. Unless this game is really leading into being kinder than old Wizardry, all of these enemies are going to have level drain. Hopefully they just don't hit us. I'll even break out Dispel, even though when you dispel the undead, you don't get experience for it. Here we go. Vampire dies. Excellent. Got the white. White attacked us, but missed. Failed to dispel. That's the first round. Okay. We'll be okay. Larger parties of those enemies might be problematic, because they probably do have level drain. And getting level drain sucks. Arch wizards and whites. Oh dear. The arch wizards are probably more likely to be able to damage us a lot. So I guess I'll focus on them and hope that the whites just can't hit us because of our excellent ACs. Got the arch wizards before they cast? Oh, good. I'm very happy with the white casting Halito and doing 1 damage. Melito is worse because it hits everybody, but we dispelled 1 white, and now we slay the other one before it can touch us. They must have level drain. Look at how it's showing off by only showing one of its hands. Just so you know that it can touch you and drain your level. This is not like a Pool of Radiance, where there's an area in that game, Pool of Radiance, based on Dungeons & Dragons, of course, that is just jam-packed with undead that have level drain. But the key distinction... Oh. Pretty high random encounter rate in the hallways here. 1 sorceress, 1 jonin. All the ninja-looking enemies get freakier the further in the game we get, because you start thinking, like, eventually they must have decapitation attacks. But that's part of why we always cast Meporphic right away. Get those ACs down. Ooh, Dalcarea. I don't like that. Because even if we kill this thing, which we failed to do, yikes. So we're taking another round of that damage at the end of the round where we kill it. Hate that. At least one of us resisted the spell. Big experience, which is great. Both for this party and for the other party when they start coming down here. Because they need hundreds of thousands of experience to gain more levels. And probably by the time we get to the final fight, I will be happy if one of my mages has Tilt-A-Weight, the nuclear fire spell. Okay. Well, just using Dios, but I'm going to heal up Casmo and Artian. That's enough for them. And a little for Siobhan. There. But the area in Pool of Radiance where they throw a whole lot of level drain enemies at you, they also load you down. Ooh. No, wait, that's just because this is where it wraps around. Yep. They didn't do the wraparound dungeon gimmick in the towers at the start of the game. But once they went to a cave that starts by paying tribute to the original Wizardry. Looters. Okay. Probably don't need to. I don't know. Maybe I'll regret not going for it. Sing Sing never picked up, still has not picked up Mahalita, a better area of effect spell than Malito. Keep it simple for now. Looter down, looter down. Malito cannot kill a looter. Ooh, they've got like good gear. They've been doing some looting. Blades of Biting and Ultimate Epées. It's not helping them. You have the shiniest sword in town. You still need to know how to use it. Okay. The ones that retreated are engulfed in Dalcrea. So, feel good about that. And then, I guess I'll just have Artian bust out Medalto on these dudes. Let's see what happens. Even in the much harder wizardries, your Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, for instance, it is pretty similar to this in the sense of you just rarely get hit. It's just that everything that can hit you is so bad eventually. Decapitation and level drain and petrification and poison and etc. Big experience for this team. They're definitely leveling up. Maybe without even opening a door. How are we doing on this place, by the way? I guess I might as well start drawing the map, huh? Oh, I've done nothing. It really felt like I'd done a lot. And yet, I'll thank myself later if I get to work on this. So, let's see. I drew the squares for this section as 20 by 20s because it's following original Wizardry rules. 3 towers have the potential to be up to 24 by 24, but these are just 20 by 20s. So it's right up at the top. I'm actually going to do some erasing, but what I can do is go do. Is that? Yes. That is what I want up there. And a door there and a door there. And then erase the boundary to show that this is a place where it wraps around. Admittedly, I'm assuming that, but it feels like a really safe assumption. Over on the other side, same story. Coming back. And then. Oh, this is not a drawing a line job. This is erasing in the right spots job. 1, 2, and then 2 again. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Erase that one. And then, can't say for sure. However, starting from right here, I can draw this line over quite a ways. Looks like there's a large, central complex on this floor. One thing that the Wizardry games I have played, which is not most of them, probably played a lot more Wizardry than the average person, or even like the average person my age, perhaps especially. But even so, like I played the first one hardcore without backing up my characters or anything, and succeeded at it. I tried to do the second one hardcore until I made it like 4 or 5 floors in, and then something really frustrating happened, and I was like, screw this. I'll grind one party back up, but then I'm making a backup that I will only use in cases of bullshit. And then I made it pretty far. I don't know how many floors there are in that dungeon, but I got through a lot of them before I ran out of steam because of a very, very frustrating segment that maybe, like, I was loving the game otherwise, so maybe someday I need to just bite the bullet, look at a FAQ, and revisit what the hell was going on. Because there's a part where, as far as I can tell, you need an item off a particular NPC who's a bad guy. He's not going to give it to you. There's certainly no option for him to just give it to you. What you can do, you can attack him. I think you can attack him. At the very least, you can provoke him to attack you and have a combat, but then he doesn't drop the item that you need. What you need to do is pickpocket it from him, which is a thing that you can do, which I don't think you can do in this game. But your thieves can try to pickpocket to steal items from the NPCs in Wizardry 5, Heart of the Maelstrom. 2x2, this door. 2x2 with this door. And in between all of these, we'll have wraparounds. So you have to try to steal from him. If stealing fails, he attacks you. Now you have to fight him. But when you kill him again, he's not going to drop the treasure. He does respawn, so that's at least kind. But only after you've left the dungeon and come back. He is difficult. Like, I wouldn't say he's difficult to beat, but what is difficult is that his area where you meet him is also a magic seal area. So now that you've fought him, you can't cast spells, and you're on like the 5th level of the dungeon. So you cannot just teleport in. You must get out. Except you can't cast any spells anymore. So you can't heal yourself. If you meet a tough party of enemies, you can't, throw your strongest spells at them. When pickpocketing works, it's a rule. Like apparently, I don't know how many possible items there are, but you don't. I succeeded in pickpocketing him, I think 2 or 3 times before I put that game aside, and not every time it was just a random low value item. Had nothing to do with anything. And you can only, you only get as many tries as until you've provoked him, and then you have to flee the dungeon and come back if you even get out. Too much randomness. Now, why I said perhaps I'll need to break down, look at a fact someday, and just find out the answer, is that maybe I'm interpreting all of this wrong. Maybe he doesn't even have the item. Maybe it is like an NPC, like item exchange gimmick. Is this? Yes? Yes, but I drew... Okay. I made a mistake on the other side, but I can live with that. Because I can fix it easily. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, now I've drawn most of this thing. Obviously right here is an arrow up. Wrap around in that direction. And then this just needs to move. And then one more little segment, and I've drawn this thing. Oh, also the line down, which goes, well, probably goes much further around this big interior complex. Okay, so I guess I'll keep the secondary party down here, try to keep them down long enough to map the whole perimeter. And then we'll take them back and hopefully they'll level up, which seems wild, but... Okay. So, the up here is 14. No, it's supposed to be 16. Arg. Oh, no, don't think about the numbers because I've got the numbering different because they're using vestigial 24 by 24 numbering. Perhaps it would have been kinder to myself to just follow their convention. But here we are. Hopefully I'm getting this right. If not, well, the more fool me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 along the top with no doors. And then this comes over 3. 2 doors leading into it. And then there's this little spot. And here's the elevator, which I have been using an arrow up to indicate, but I'm actually sold on the developer's idea here. Why wouldn't you just use an E for elevator? Okay. Okay. Well. What I suppose I'll do is keep walking the perimeter here without going all the way down these halls. Oh no, I'm back because of the wraparounds. It's mildly confusing. No, we are on this side. I've just connected with the part that I'd already mapped. Excellent. Turn right and just go down this way. Might as well step into all of these things. There's the way home. Once there was a way to get back home. Once there was a way to get back home. Almost done with the perimeter. Nice. Encounter rate has cooled off. Maybe this party's gonna bust down some doors. But I'll do doors closer to the elevator. For my own sanity. And also, it just makes sense to check outer doors before we go into that internal complex. Nothing? They'll probably mostly just be nothing. Perhaps they'll all be nothing. But we'll trigger some fights along the way, hopefully. Jonin, 2 sorceresses, and the Immaculate. I wonder how challenging it is as a ROM hacking translation task to get the plurals to work. I don't know nearly enough about, the different Japanese character sets or I don't know their alphabet, or it's not an alphabet. You see what I mean? I don't know enough to say whether there's anything about it that's hard to do. Like, does it line up? Does Japanese pluralize things also by making a change at the end? Or is there some like really significant ROM hacking going on to make that work? Or alternately, does it just store a singular, like a full string for the singular and a full string for the plural? Then it's probably pretty easy. 22 damage to Artian, so that's like near a kill. And now Artian's afraid. Fair enough. He's staring death in the face. Ooh, and the Immaculate resisted the spell. What is the Immaculate? Oh, it's just a cool looking dude. That's fair. Okay, let's try to keep Artian alive via Dialma. And Artian is going to use... It's a weird one to use, but I'm hoping a Mahalito is enough to finish off the Jonin. Sorceress dead. Sing Sing ambushes Immaculate with the Fairy Stick. 4 damage, but it's not an instant kill weapon. But Sing Sing so rarely even gets a hit that we're proud of her. 10 damage to someone. 3 damage to Cosmo. He's not decapitated, so who cares? Immaculate attacks Flick with the Rokakujo, but missed. Siobhan casts Dialma. Only 9? That's a bad roll. But I think we're going to be okay now. Flick and Rex divide their attacks, and the rest of them will too, but... Hey, Sing Sing stays hiding if she successfully ambushes. That's sweet. Big experience. You just love to see it. I'll just do a bit of deossing. They can each have 1 more. Fine, Cosmo, take a second. There. Good enough. Good enough. I appreciate that the attack power alchemist spell is very persistent. Perhaps even completely persistent. A Kobold King and 4 Garms. Alright. You dudes slay the king. Sing Sing. Just do a little Melito to the Garms. Cosmo will attack the Garms. Actually, you know what? Cosmo, engulf the Garms in Kanekwa. And Artian will throw in a Melito too. Here we go. Kobold King dies. The king is dead. Long live the king. The new king. Flick, king of the kobolds. Well, we've harmed the Garms a lot. We did not kill any of them, but I bet they'll all be dead at the end of this round. Ooh, Flaming Breath. It wasn't a big damage, but I hate to find out that any enemy... Oh, they survived. I mean, 2 of them. Barely. You hate when any enemy just has a area of effect or mass damage attack. Oh yeah, the other party's ready to come down here and get the big level ups. Trapless, you say? Double check that, Siobhan. Oh. There's also a decent chance that the gear we're finding now is going to be cool, instead of what we've already seen a bunch of times before. Surprise! Lots of smoke demons. So let's kill them all. Can't do any ranged attacks yet. Or I mean spells. We actually do have ranged attacks. They don't hit the back row, but they hit from the back row. Cosmo and Artian can both do blast attacks with their spells. Which probably suggests that when I switch back to the other party, I should be doing more... I should equip the James wizard. The mage named James. It's named after me. These smoke demons... Oh, I get it. They're smoke demons. They try to put you to sleep by, like, you breathe them in. That's fitting that they like to do that. Big experience point rewards here. Demon's Eye! Rex is stoned, and not the good kind. Siobhan is stoned. Sing Sing is stoned. Gazmo is stoned. Artine is stoned. Now we're playing Wizardry. Step in the squares. Desperately retreat. I thought we'd get the whole bottom row done at the rate we were going. And then I trusted Sing Sing instead of having Siobhan Calfo that. Fortunately, it's not a long trip back, and also Flick on his own is probably capable of defeating any enemy that stands in his way. What he's probably not capable of doing is paying the purification cost for all of our friends. We might have to call Gromny out to spend some of the reserves. Ha! The journeyman runs away. Well, Flick's making it back. But okay. Yep. Yes, please, take them all to the temple. Hopefully Gromny's still holding a bunch of money. That's like his main job. I'll check. There's no punishment for requesting help from the priests and then not being able to pay. And yet, they do scold you. Oh, you know what? Gromny might not even be able to afford it on his own. Just in case, we'll call out Ivy too. Oh yeah, she's got way more than Gromny. Okay, we're covered. Let's go. Yes, we do need assistance. Oh, only $2,000 to pop? I don't think there's any chance of the soft, or whatever, you know, the unstoning spell. Well, broadly speaking, hello Thedev, yes, making great progress. Cleared the first segment of the ancient cave, which I believe is the final dungeon. The part that is just entirely the first 4 floors of the original Wizardry, just you get to do them again in a different game. Then, while exploring the 5th floor and having great success and getting tons of experience for the secondary party, I trusted the bard to have identified a bomb, but it was actually a demon's eye. And the demon's eye petrified 5 out of 6 members of the party. Fortunately, I made it back. But it was real classic Wizardry. Felt like playing Wizardry. To have everything going well and then be like, oh no! Most of the party is petrified, and if I get in one more random encounter on this floor, the one remaining party member will be killed and they'll all be stuck down here. They're supposed to be the rescue party. But if they get killed while they're training, the main party has to rescue them. Okay. Yikes. Nonetheless, let's see how this all worked out. Get the team back. I'm not sure. I hope when you get unstoned, you're restored to full hit points. That'd be convenient. No, but you preserve the hit points that you had. That's a good second best. To the stables. We were getting tons of experience. Did we level up again? It's going pretty well, Thedev. I hope yours as well as also. Okay. No, I really felt like we were cruising for level ups. And we were. We probably would have leveled up if we could have done a couple more battles. Okay. I'll send this party down one more time. And they can try to finish clearing out the 5th floor. And then I'm going to tag in the main party. Because the very large experience point rewards are just what the main party needs to hopefully have the spellcasters get get the good level 7 spells that we want. Well, this is overkill no matter who I give it to. Boom. We're set. And back we go. Oh, meant to go to the stables so that Siobhan can get her spell slots back. And then, once more, into the breach. I bet I can get 2 more expeditions in. Possibly more if they go disastrously. Alright. Siobhan puts up Latuma Pick and Maporphic. Artian puts up Litophyte. And Casmo puts up Maslow. And we'll put Low Milwa up once we've slogged through this one darkness section to get to the elevator. Ooh, that's the thing I gotta remember. The other party needs to also go get a pink ribbon before I try to send them down. That would be silly to get the main party wiped out because I forgot that they need to be holding the special item. I assume the game will give me 2. Certainly the original game respawns this stuff as much as you need it. Okay, to the right this time. As I suspected, there's nothing really going on down here. New enemies, banshees. What horrible things might banshees be capable of? Oh no. Okay, missed. Freezing Palm really feels like it might be a level drain thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Banshee cast Nagra, which is great. Because Nagra is not a level drain spell. What do you think, Sing Sing? Counterpunch? I don't even know what that is. Siobhan? I think it's probably a super strong Sling Stone, like does a lot of damage to the fool who has failed to disarm it. Perhaps Sing Sing will show us. Nope, she did it. Good work. Okay, update the map whilst I'm here. Largely just to reflect that we have a bunch of 2x2s. Wait. No. Oh yes, I see. There. It's the subtleties, the subtle intricacies that you gotta keep an eye out for. Okay. Wraparounds. I am willing to bet we're not going to find a single thing of note in these outer areas. But confirming that is valuable, and it feels less like grinding when you're at least verifying something, even if it's a hunch that you're very, very confident in. I don't like grinding. The original Wizardry is one of the few games that has forced me to do the most literal grinding. Because the first time I fought Weirdna, the final boss of Wizardry 1, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord, he cast the Tilt-A-Weight Nuclear Fire spell right away as the first action of the first round and killed us all! That was it. It was over. And you can never rescue a party that gets killed by the final boss because their bodies are all on the square with the final boss. So in order to rescue them, the next party would have to defeat the boss, and then you finish the game. An extra cruelty is that you're supposed to, if you want to play Wizardry 2, which I never have, for pretty much for this reason, you have to import characters from Wizardry 1, and they have to be, good enough to do it. Like, they have to be roughly leveled to success. They don't have to be a literal winning party that has beaten the game, but they do have to be very strong. And obviously, the instinct of a player would be to be like, I'm going to actually beat the game with this party. I will beat Weirdna to make sure that they're entirely ready. Except when you fight Weirdna, the final boss, his allies in that fight are parties of vampires and vampire lords. And vampires, if they hit you, drain a full level of experience. Vampire lords, if they hit you, drain 2 levels of experience. So the time that I actually won that game, my samurai, in the very first round, my samurai with the Muramasa killed Weirdna with a single attack, but we still had to clean up all his vampires and vampire lords. And by the time they were done, I had lost, among my 6 characters, a cumulative, 13 levels. Just, at the time, I'm sure they weren't already thinking about doing the second scenario. But what a cruel thing to do. Be like, all right, you beat the game, but now before you can even play the next game, you've got to do a bunch of grinding. Okay, I'll just look at this. 1, 2, and another door. 1, 2, and another door. Wouldn't you know, the pattern holds. Okay. That's good progress. And there's only there's one more row, as we can see, or one more column of 2x2s, and then there's this sort of elbow piece that may even be connected to this. So this might not be a 2x2. But then there's nothing left but the internal complex. So we're making good progress on this floor. For all that we're also being viciously beaten upon. Ooh. Let's see. I've never played Daggerfall. Really, any of the Elder Scrolls games. I played a tiny bit of Skyrim. I really ought to try Adom. One of my students was mentioning having played it. It's like, wow. A young person playing an ashy character-based game. NetHack I love. No good at it, but I love it. And Ultima Underworld, of course, I also love. I'm a big fan of the blobber, just the pure wizardry style. I love. I'm a big fan. I also, I played a fair bit of Might and Magic 1, a tiny bit of Might and Magic 2, a lot of Might and Magic 3, which, although it looks much different from the first 2 games, is extremely similar to them in its effects. And I really love that kind of grid-based exploration. I think it's a shame that it largely went away right around the same time that technology would have allowed more unique squares and things that you can see before you even go up to them. Trapless chest. Get out of here. Oh, Siobhan confirms it. 66 gold pieces. Well, 66 each. What I really enjoy about this take on the wizardry, on the classic wizardry system, is that because they brought back when I say brought back, I mean pulled backwards in the evolution of Wizardry. The new character classes and races, species, what have you, from Wizardry 6 that were introduced in that game, which makes some major other changes to the system. They brought those back into this system, and that gives you a lot more variety in your party constructions. Because, like, I guess you could, for a Demon's Eye, I believe it, but let's be sure. Yeah. Okay. This is very important, Sing Sing. Oh, God. I'm going to push my luck for some foolish reason. Disarmed it. I read about Dungeon Hack because the CRPG Addict played it recently. Never played it myself. Man, this guy was a boss, or part of the boss fight on an upper floor. Now he's just some chump that we kill for a ton of experience. It's like in Double Dragon, when you're suddenly meeting Obobos, just at random. Almost done with the perimeter, which, as predicted, has been nothing yet. One Enchantress and a bunch of looters. Well, the looters did nothing problematic to us last time. I want to make sure the Enchantress dies. I'm not enchanted by her in the least. I'll do a Kaniqua to some looters in the back to get them on their way to being dead. And, Medalto seems like overkill right now. Mahilito for those looters. But yeah, so, like, you could do whatever. I get, like, there's no law that says you can't use a non-optimal party. But because base Wizardry only has the standard classes of Fighter, Thief, Mage, and Priest, and then the prestige classes of Bishop, Lord, which is a fighter with priest spells, Samurai, which is a fighter with mage spells, and then Ninja, which is I've never had a ninja, but they're supposed to be pretty cool. Perhaps I shall. Oh, wow. One party of looters really big up their team. I'll even have Rex bust out some spells. Ah, Siobhan, you know what? You deserve to do an attack spell now and then. Do a Barco. Let's get those looters dead for sure. They're starting to run now. Blade of Biting feel like we haven't had a decapitation attack used on us yet. And yet, I'd just be shocked if they don't exist in the game. That was not as much of a massacre as I was hoping for. And like, once I managed to create a samurai with a really, really good bonus point allocation roll during character creation. And I've heard it's possible, but it's like a less than 1% chance of getting enough bonus points during character creation to start as a ninja. And like bishops are useless, except to identify items. Anyway, ooh. Sing Sing got a hit with her fairy stick, and we learned that it puts enemies to sleep. That's fun. Ooh, tons of experience for killing so many looters. Cobra's Curse? It is Cobra's Curse. I don't even know what that does, and I don't want to find out. And we don't. So, what am I getting to here? It basically doesn't make sense to have any party other than, at the start, 3 fighters in the front line, or if you get lucky enough to have a lord or a samurai, put them there, and then a thief in the 4th slot who does literally nothing except disarm traps and on treasure chests. Because there's no way to attack from the back row. There's no ranged weapons in Wizardry 1. And then a mage and a priest, so that you have mage and priest spells. You get a lot more variety in this game. One banshee down. Oh, geez. I wasn't even paying attention. There were way more banshees than I thought there were. It's two parties of two banshees. Put one of them to sleep. Okay. Good news and bad news. We did get hit with the freezing palm. That's bad. But, as it turns out, freezing palm just does paralysis. We can deal with paralysis. Level drain would have been significantly more painful. Ghost swarm? Alright. It was a bomb! God damn it, Sing Sing. Siobhan dies. Sing Sing dies. Casmo dies. Artian dies. Yeah, we're playing Wizardry, baby. Okay. I believe... Okay, does Rex have any free item slots? Not yet, but he's going to drop... the angel flute, I guess. And hopefully you're allowed to take items off of your dead companions. To give the potion of Dialco to Rex, who will then use the potion of Dialco on Flick. Oh man, we're in rough shape, team. Maybe who rescues the rescuers? Well, now there's nothing to do but try to escape. Who will survive? And what will be left of them? I think we're going to be alright. Yes, the worst is over now. And the morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. Well, we'll see if we're okay. Whoops. If the priest's D spell fails, then we get turned to ash, and then that fails, and we're just dead. That could be bad. Just gone forever. All this time training up this party. I mean, whatever. What happens, happens. I've heard of that game. Specifically in the context of being like, they still make these classic, you know, Japan still loves to make wizardry style dungeon crawlers. It's like a pretty simple game, but I really enjoyed, what is it? Shining in the Darkness. It's like wizardry for babies. It's the first game in the Shining series. Alright, Ivy's got lots of money. Alright, come on. This can fail. Arcane is cured. Sing, sing, sing with a swing. Come on. I'm not hamming it up here. This is what I do when I'm playing Wizardry by myself. I failed. Sing Sing is now Ash. We'll go back. Let's put a pin in that for now. Get one more shot. Notice that not only they go like, oh, I failed. Your friend is ashes now. No refund. And they're like, but we can try to reconstitute her from the ashes. That'll cost twice as much as you just paid us to not resurrect her. All right. Please save Casmo. All right, excellent. Great. And Siobhan, who has discussed, is not that great of a priest character. Her stats aren't great, but still. You hate to see any of your friends burnt to ash. Okay. And now, moment of truth. Will Sing Sing be coming back to us? Or is she lost forever? She's cured. All right, great. Okay. We are indeed playing Wizardry. A game that I love. Okay. Let's find out if we had any levels up. I think we all do. Hopefully Sing Sing gets some vitality so she's less likely to be burnt to ash in the future. Rex levels up. Lost piety. But he gained luck. Flick is leveled up. Gain piety, vitality, agility, 7 hit points. Artian, new spells, very nice. Gain piety, vitality, luck, a hit point. A little ways to go. Sing Sing. She doesn't even have bad vitality. Must have just been a terrible roll. Gains a level, new spells. Stronger, more pious, more vital, luckier. Yeah, she's lucky. She just got reconstituted from ash. Come on, new spells. New spells for Casmo. Strength, IQ, lost vitality, gained luck, 1 hit point. New spells. Strength, luck, 22 hit points. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm giving this party one more crack at the Ancient Cave. Perhaps I'll save the primary party for next time. We'll see how long it takes them. For now, we gotta heal. And we have the Mahdi spell, which is excellent. Because Mahdi is no roll at all. It's just full hit points. What's locked to fight, you ask? Escape the... it's a one-time use only, and then it's forgotten. You can gain it back on subsequent levels up. But it's the smash glass in case of emergency. It's a good spell to have. Especially when your party keeps getting themselves killed. Okay. We gotta do the rest of this with die rolls for now. Hey, that was a good roll. That was decent. There's one restored. Good roll on Artian there. Almost. There he goes. And then just Casmo. Doing the cheap healing, where you do not pay to rest your characters in the good inns. So much easier with a higher level priest. Okay. Take the rope back up. Have Siobhan rest once more. And I guess we should identify anything we found, because it might be cool stuff now. We don't have that much gold in this party, but... Plate of the Warrior. Well, that is actually really good armor. It's just what he already has equipped, and only samurais can use it. Flick's got nothing, because he can't carry anything. Artian merely has a scroll of Mahilito. Alright, sell that. In fact, he has 2. Do not need those. Thank you, though. Maybe I'll have Artian try the Wand of Winds. Ooh, a hat. And gloves. These could be valuable additions to somebody's repertoire. Silver gloves. That's very promising. And a ninja cowl. Well, there's no way we can use the ninja cowl. That's clearly a ninja's only thing, and we're never gonna have a ninja because even in a game where alignment hardly means anything, I just don't create evil characters. It's a sickness. I'm just too just. Oh wow, this might be a good staff indeed. We'll find out later, I guess. Oh. Staff of Fire. Well, we have plenty of those. Sell it. Can we get over? Yeah. We don't need the shiny chain anymore. In fact, we have a bunch of weapons we could also sell. All right, this party's going to give up all their money just to find out what this cool staff is. I bet it's like Staff of Obvious Curse or something. Staff of Curing. Cool. Maybe I'll hang on to that. Okay. Once more into the breach, team. When we started out and I got the perimeter map so quickly, I was like, maybe we're just going to blow through this floor. And now here I am, closer to the end of this session than the start of it. And all we've done is slink around the perimeter. Okay. So Flick has iron gloves. So Flick, give this statue of the Mose, which we do not need. That's a quest item for the Tower of Stillness. Does Rex wear gloves? Not currently. Perhaps he can have hand-me-down iron gloves? But I'm just going to keep on juicing Flick up. Look at his -6 AC. Flick is like those, the Fire Emblem style of knight who are in the comically oversized armor. We don't need a lantern. Just drop that. Give the Staff of Curing to Siobhan. She won't equip it, but she might use it because I bet it casts a good cure spell for free. Probably has limited charges. I am so paranoid about there being limited charges that I've never even bothered to find out if such is the case. Where are the silver gloves? Who has the silver gloves? Here they are. Sing Sing, with her tiny little fairy hands, can't use them. I think so. Alright. Nagamaki, Plated Warrior, Kabuto, Waraji. Oops, I did Rex. Sorry, Rex. Had him undress and put all the same clothes back on. Alright. From a -6, where does Flick end up? British! Welcome. It turned out they boomed me. They switched the blue ribbon item that you have to get to access the private elevator in Wizardry Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. It's a pink ribbon in this game. They made me look like a fool. -7. A little bit lower. Low ACs are good in this game. Rex cannot wear the gloves. Oh well. Okay, let's reorder the party for the sake of my sanity and the safety of Artie and the Mage. Very good. Let's find out what new spells everyone has. Rex has all of the first 3 circles. Siobhan is up to level 7. Oh, I already knew that. Good work, Siobhan. Sing Sing now has Lahalito. She never got Mahalito, but she figured out how to do an even better spell. She has Litophyte, which is nice, and Zalek. Chasmo, this is exciting, because these will be new to me. Did I have Darlist before? Summon an illusion to frighten all enemies and hinder their attack. And then I've had the other ones. Head those, right? Yep. And then Kadios. Restore all hit points to 1 ally. It seemed very odd to me that the alchemist had no healing spells, because you think like potions of healing. It's an RPG, come on. Matukani. instantly cremate one group of low-leveled monsters. Well, that's fun. And then in the highest circle, he can get, I think it's called Calnova, and I know that because it appears on the open door menu. It's the just open the door spell. Spell that makes Sing Sing redundant. Alright, Sing Sing cast Lithophite for us. Siobhan cast Latuma Pick. And Maporphic, but not Low Milwa just yet, because we gotta go through a darkness area. Casmo does Maslow, which will set us up to do more damage. It increases the party's attack power, which can never hurt. We're really playing Wizardry now, British. I've once limped back with this party with 5 of them petrified, turned to stone, but we made it back. And then I got 4 of them killed on the next expedition. But both times we got lucky because the enemies on the 5th floor, which I can now access, are actually tough. But I got lucky and got off the floor without being attacked again. Both times. And now I'm pressing my luck instead of switching to the primary party for this hard area. Okay. We've mapped the entire perimeter of rooms on the outside, discovering nothing of value. Except a lot of experience points. Banshees. Alright, here we go. Hit those Banshees with a Mahilito. Probably won't kill them, but get some work done. 2 Banshees down from the attackers. The other Banshees missed. Their Freezing Palm, I was worried might be a level drain thing, but it's not. Although we have seen wights and vampires on this floor. And at least one of those has to have level drain. Although I hope I never confirm that. Okay. This is not a great collection of enemies to be up against, but we'll do our best. One sorceress down. Both of them down without casting. Immaculate casts Mapaba. That's not great. Makes them hard to hit. And possibly makes us easier to hit, too. And Kaniqua is bad. There's no getting around that. The Jonin resists the spell. Kaniqua does damage to us at the end of every round for the rest of the battle, including the round where we win. Hopefully we win now. Immaculate's dead. Ooh, 23 damage to someone. And then the Jonin, because he's holding 2 Psi, also killed Artian. But nobody died from the last Kaniqua, at least. Bunch of experience. I love having a party. But I can appreciate why someone might enjoy just having a single character that they focus on. Alright, we got some stuff. And now we must limp home immediately, having checked out 1 room. Oh, you know what? No, yes. We gotta limp home. Fine. I'll do 1 more expedition, but I'll do it with the main party. Assuming we make it back. Oh, a vampire! Let's kill it quickly. We got it. At least we're finding lots of money. Hopefully we can afford to... hopefully this party... Actually, they probably can't. I was going to say, hopefully they can afford to pay the resurrect cost for Artian. But it seems unlikely they can. I'll probably have to... I'll do it the fastest way possible. Whoops. There's the buttons. I think I'm generally pretty good at figuring out parties, although I'm often really into novelty. So if there's like, if an RPG has some quirky class, even if they suck, I really want to use them. All right, before we go up, how much healing can Siobhan get done for us? Probably a lot. Maybe even all of it. I'm debating whether I should... No, I'm not going to have Siobhan try to cast the D spell, the life spell, because I'm not sure how important the spell casting ability of the caster is to its success. But if it's important at all, I don't think 14 piety is the way to go. I'll say this. In Wizardry 1, I think I only tried the D spell 2 or 3 times instead of just going to the temple. And every single time I tried it, it just resulted in the death of, or the ashing of the character I was trying to resurrect. Never hit the success. Oh yeah, we definitely have the money to pay for it. So that's good. Get Artian back on his feet. Hopefully. If he gets burnt to ash, that's a problem. But we earnestly hope that he doesn't. Okay, great. Nope, don't need anything else. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's take the primary party, remembering, saying this for my own sake, remembering that they need to go and get themselves a pink ribbon before they try to go down the elevator. Ivy, Sasha, Kiki, Cedric, Mary, James. Go team. All right. And here we go. To the ancient cave. So, with this party, what do I do? How do I do this? I'll have Kiki cast Moporfic, I guess. I don't love inventory management. Although I will say that the more old RPGs I play, you know, when you find your Ultima 7s and stuff, it makes you appreciate the efficiency of like Wizardry's menu-based inventory management. If you find new ways to hurt yourself with video games that don't love you, it can take the edge off some of the others. And then, oh yeah, and Sasha can cast... No, she can't, because we need to rest, apparently. That's weird. Okay, geez, gotta go through that again. But, let's do it. Only needs 149,000 for her next level up. Oh, only needs 223,000. 92,000. I mean, the rewards are generous. We might even, if this expedition lasts for like a half an hour before I wrap up here, perhaps we'll level up at the end of it. Or perhaps the entire party will be turned to stone. And then I will do a crestfallen face and I'll say, we'll pick this up next time. Who knows? Anything can happen. Okay. Sasha casts Diaphic, which allegedly increases our chances of finding... Ooh. Gotta keep in mind that this might be very useful if we get in a fight with like a bunch of vampires or in whites or something. Want to make sure they don't touch us and want to make sure they get dead quickly. I'm not having Kiki do the Latuma pick because Mary never learned the low Milwa spell. So save Kiki's charges in case I keep wanting to cast that again and again. If it turns out there's darkness squares in that big complex down on level 5. We go down to D. Oh, wait, but this party doesn't have the gold key either. The pain. Well, we'll go back once more. What a tangled web we weave. We want to have 2 separate active parties. And I don't know who's holding the... I think it's... No, I have no clue. We'll just have to figure it out. Let's try... Is it Flick himself? The leader of Flick's fighters. It is. Hooray! Give the gold key to Sasha. Oh, and this party has unidentified items. That's fun. But they probably aren't good because this party is not gone anywhere new or unique. Put James back. Nonetheless, I need to free up those slots. We keep on pushing the moment of gratification further into the distance. She's fine. Loaded down with a bunch of quest items we probably don't need, but we'll deal with that later. Yeah, these items are nothing. Hardly even worth selling. Yeah, he's good. And, ooh, I've got a sword, but I bet it's nothing. We definitely don't need that smiling mask. But I'll deal with that stuff. If I get overloaded, it's like, do you want to drop an item to pick up an item? I'll start dropping quest items I know I don't need, because the smiling mask, when you do the Tower of Stillness first, because in this playthrough I did it last, and after you've done one tower, all of the NPCs in the other towers are killed, and a lot of the puzzles just disappear forever. Oh, we need to rest because we cast all those spells. It's okay. We're gonna get down there for at least a moment. There. I think that's it. That's probably fine. What was I saying? It's gone. Surprise, monsters. I wonder if that boss fight respawns. Now that I know that once we get to the 5th level, we're getting tons of experience for every fight, it's not that important to get the one boss fight. But the boss fight did have... Oh, I remember what I was saying. The Smiling Mask, when you do the Tower of Stillness the standard way, is really cool. Because in the basement, you meet the ghost of the Lord's wife. The Lord still existed, his floating severed head, but you meet his wife's ghost, and but her ghost has no face, so you got to give her a smiling mask so she can put a mask on and then talk to you. Cool idea. Oh, not Mary. Kiki does low Milwa. All right. Well, let's find it. Control center, do not enter, eh? But we do anyway. Into the training center. This is the same boss fight, except it's a lady warlock this time instead of a lady bishop. Cool. Might as well go all out because I'm going to have to go back again to get that thing. Oh, she never got Ma Barako. Come on, Mary. Missing all the good spells. At least I am not missing the good spells. Ladalto. On these... I don't know. Hold on. Mary do Barako on the 2. And then I'll do Ladalto on the 4. Go! Lady Warlock unaffected. Smoke Demons frozen. Catino puts no one to sleep. No one goes to sleep. The Dark Esper gets an attack in, but it missed. Lady Warlock attacks Sasha. Actually hit her for 6 damage. If I was the Warlock, I'd rely on my spell casting abilities. And we're done. Not quite as much experience as the other party got, but close enough. Yeah, bunch of stuff on the table. It's all smashed. La-di-da. Some stuff appears, disappears. Doesn't matter. We get here. It's the permit office. We search. We found another ribbon. Probably the ribbon works just fine if you don't identify it, but I'm not taking that risk. So we'll sacrifice a few more minutes of our time. Oh, that's not the right spot. Here it is. Not minutes. It's not even minutes. Seconds. Okay. Might as well do the tiny bit of healing. Use a Mahdi. Total overkill. To give Sasha her 6 hit points back. Everybody else is fine. Take the ladder up. To the stables. All the spell casters stay in the stables. I guess the place is called the inn. One of the places you can stay in the inn is the stables. That's the only one I ever do. I don't need any cot. Just give me some straw. Just set me up with a nice manger. Okay. Who's got the ribbon? It's Sasha. Monks travel light. And I don't think we fought anything else, so we didn't pick anything else up. Okay, here we go. What is probably our last delve of the session. In some senses, didn't make as much progress as I'd hoped. I thought I might get a whole floor done. Maybe I will, but I actually had dreams of getting multiple floors done, which I won't. However, I was not expecting nearly as many level ups for the secondary party, and maybe we can get some for at least some members of the primary party. So things could be worse. Oh, nothing for me to do. Do we have everything up? Yep. Okay. Oh, man. Real sad thing that happened in my life once, back when I worked at the hospital as a housekeeper many years ago, is I ran into a coworker at the time. I'll call him Tom, which was not his name for the sake of this story. Not a very long story, but I saw him. He's a nice guy. I liked him. And I said, "Hey, Tom, how's it going?" And he looked at me with a real... He always kind of had a long face on, this Tom. But he looked at me and he said, "It could be better, James, but it never is." And then he just walked away. I was like, oh, jeez. And then I saw a coworker, and I was like, man, I don't know, Tom, I don't know, is Tom all right? Like, he said this really alarmingly sad thing to me. And they were like, oh, yeah, I think he's gambling again. I was like, oh, man. This is awful. So that was a very sad day at the hospital. Haven't seen Tom in years. I hope that he's well. Okay, let's see if the main party has better luck. I'll draw the one thing that I did. I'm thinking, just based on that one room, that we're probably, all of these doors are just going to take us into other closets. It's also possible, we'll find out, that it will turn out not only do they all just go into closets, but that there's no obvious way in, and maybe we have to find a secret door. And we do have the Diaphic spell up, but that has never gone as well for us as you'd like to think it would. Okay. All those fighters do that. Cedric tries to dissolve the Jonin with acid. Mary will pitch in on the Jonin. Barako is not a good single attack spell, but what can you do? And then I'll do a Zalek and hopefully hit the Sorceress in the back. Let's find out. Jonin dies. We love to see it. Ooh, didn't get the Immaculate there. The other Jonin is dead. The Sorceress is dead. The Immaculate missed Ivy. And the Immaculate dies. Main party, baby. We are so back. Ooh, I love when they drop loose change. Another 2 closets. Noted. Ooh. Let's do what I said and use that Mapoba. To try to, we really don't want any of these things to hit us. I'll even go for the Dispel, even though Dispel robs you of your experience points. At least in default Wizardry it does. Ha! When you have a real strong vampire blows a sweet breath at the party. This is probably a sleep thing. No! It's just mass damage. Well, you're dead now. Not very much for experience. Relative to how stressful it was to see that many enemies. Ghost Swarm? Let's Calfo it. Okay. Good work, Cedric. Two vampires? I think well, we don't have the Mapoba option anyway. Ooh, knocked one of them out and then killed him in his sleep. Got them both. It's not too much work for 1,000 experience at least. The Diaphic spell, which is supposed to raise your party's chances of detecting secret doors, is not nearly as reliable as you'd love it to be. Disarmed. Ooh. 1 Priest Fang and 1 Murder Jack. Will the Murder Jack have a decapitation attack? We'll never find out because he's unconscious and now he's stabbed to death. And the Priest Fang's dead too. Great. Hey, 3,000 experience. Probably those guys have something tough up their sleeve. Ghost's Hand? That seems too easy. What do you think, Mary? She says it's trapless. I'm going to try to disarm a Ghost's Hand. It was not trapped. The Calfo did not steer us astray. Okay, so all up this side, it's closets. And then there's also a bunch of doors on the north end of this thing. There's also the possibility, above and beyond the what if it's secret doors, it could be that getting into, because we have elevator access to the lower floors, we might actually have to come back up. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Well, there's at least something going on in here, because we moved to the left. We got the surprise, Kobold Kings and Garms. I'm not super worried here. Ivy kills them. Ooh, Sasha, the monk. I didn't know the monk could attack the back row. That's awesome. Oh, only with the shuriken, though. That makes sense. Not with the tonfa. Cedric says it's trapless. What do you think, Mary? Poison gas. Yikes. Okay. A 1x2. You know what? Let's have Sasha cast the Calfo spell, which lets us... Calco, sorry. That lets us peek through the wall. Yep, there's stuff in there. It would be quite a red herring if this entire floor is just here to trick you into thinking that there's an inner complex and it's actually all solid rock. Whoa! A man... Okay, so, we're in. Who would have thought? It's the exact center door. A man dressed in a ridiculous outfit stands in a room that looks like someone emptied a toy chest into it. Seeing you, the man comes skipping your way. Hey, long time! Hey, dude. It's been a really long time since anyone's come this way. Hey, haven't I seen you before? Well, doesn't matter. Your name? Don't remember. You just call me something dull, like, Piero. You got any info? You want to talk? Well, like, what's up ahead? Did you see the markings in the room? You know what a mandala is? Mandala? I don't know either. What is a mandala? Oh. I can picture it, but I am going to Google it for its significance. Well, the significance is nothing so obvious that I can just figure it out, like what the puzzle is going to be. Okay. Anything else? No. Same conversation. I doubt it matters, but what if this doll from way back in the Tower of Witchcraft is for this guy? What happened? Weird. It doesn't give us a nothing happened message. We can trade with them. Nothing to sell. Hey, how about instead I return the rooms to normal? No, because I don't know what that means yet. But I'm glad to know you offer such a service. Thank you, Piero. For completion's sake, let's just confirm that these are exactly what I expect them to be. And I'll mark Piero on my map. I'm going to put a T on the end of that, even though the game didn't have that there. Ooh, an Orc Lord. Looks very cool. But looking cool doesn't stop you from getting killed. If anything, it just makes us enjoy killing you more. Cobra's Curse. Don't know what that does. And I hope we don't learn. We don't. So, who knows? But it sounds like there might be one hell of a switch puzzle or something like that coming our way. But if there is, at least we know that Piero can reset it for us. Woo, one Skrill. I bet this dies before it gets even a chance to act. Yep. Pretty high experience reward for a simply killed thing. Which suggests to me it probably does something impressive when it gets the chance to act. Which hopefully it never shall. Having Kiki go nuts on some healing here. Jeez. A lot of bad rolls there. Fine. Stopping. Hey, Piero. It hasn't been that long a time. We were just here. But alright. We'll be back. Step everywhere. Just because. Add it to my map. And then into the fun house. Oh no. This might be one hell of a puzzle. I'm assuming that if I use search, these would be like a switch, except the colors of the lights rotate like clockwise or counterclockwise. Lights, gems, whatever they are. So, I'm taking some comfort from the fact that they all seem to have the same starting position. Take what you can get. Alright, Cedric. Give us the Duma pick. And let's, there's not really any good place to position this, so I'll just look at the other screen. Okay, right through this door. 1, 2, and 1, 2 in either direction. This is the only other door here. And then, just all about drawing the notches. Which is pretty intuitive. There are 3, yep. Of course there are. Ah, I see. We've also got a whole dead... Well, possibly not dead, because in fact, now that I think about it, I calcoed in to this outer hallway. I peeked at it. And it definitely existed. It wasn't solid rock. Ah! Connected to the wrong thing there. That's easily fixed. Okay. And then. 3 on this side. So 3 on every side except the north side, which has the smaller number than 3. 2. On account of the door in the middle. Before I mess with any of these, I will go through the door in the middle. Because there's a bunch of switches that are rearranging a bunch of rooms in ways that I don't know. I would sure like to start out by knowing what they look like by default. Okay, and then I will number them going clockwise. M1, because I believe these are supposed to be the mandalas. Most mandalas I've seen are a little bit more elaborate than 4 colored circles in a diamond shape, but who knows. We have, I regret to inform you, 11 things that have 4 that I'm assuming have 4 possible positions each. I sure hope there are clues and that this is not just trial and error. Let's find it together. Okay. Statue of a great demon is floating in the center of the room. Search. Nothing here. Okay. And then otherwise, it's just a big room. 3x3 with doors at the 4 cardinal positions. That's straightforward enough. B, floating demon statue. It's my night to cook supper, so I can't go for too long. But I can go a little longer, and I shall. Alright, well, let's just start with the western door and see what happens here. Ooh. Another great demon. I'm not super surprised to see that. Whoops. Oh, whatever. Encounters aren't the end of the world. A bunch of us will do that. I bet Cedric can kill those 4. Unless he gets put to sleep. I didn't even see if he did. I think he did. Nope. And we're done here. Really nice experience point rewards for those chumps. Ooh. Okay. So, another 3x3. With a one-way door going back to the north. And another demon statue. Oh, I bet 2 one-way doors, because the one to the east must be one-way too. Well, I'm going to hazard a guess that we're looking at a grid of 9, a 3x3 grid of 3x3 rooms that are all identical. Oh. I spoke too soon. Because right now, there's no demon here. I will put C. Nothing? And then, just doors. Okay. Very good, very good. Oh, wait. There is no door. Oh. Okay. What's the significance of there not being a door into the center? Because there was a southern door in the first 3x3 room. That would go into that same spot. Okay. Well, south. No statue in this one. Where are the doors? Everywhere except to the west. So those are all one-way doors, I assume. Okay. Whoops. And then I got disoriented and I took one of them out. That's fine. We can get back in there. Here we are. Wait, where are we? What's going on? What direction am I facing in right now? Okay, yes. I'm looking where I want to go. Perfect. I guess I'll turn to the right this time. Save the center room for last, even though my suspicion is that it's nothing. Like nothing special yet. It's probably where the culmination of this little puzzle is. Is there a statue? No. No statue. Doors on every side. So I want to go south now. More bad guys. Just a bunch of garms. Whoop. They shan't last long. One down. 2, 3, 4 down. Gotta love that acid breath. It's really worth it to level up a Dracon character. Because at the start, that breath weapon is pitiful. It's like it attacks a single target for not that much damage. But if you stick with it, if you're patient. So, my guess right now is that the various things that I'm assuming are dials, the mandala dials out there, all doors here. Very nice. Assume the main things the switches will do will toggle the presence of statues and perhaps also the locations of doors. Keep going south for now. There is, by default, a great demon here. And there are doors everywhere but the east. So these will all currently be one-way doors out. So let's go back to the north. We don't currently have a way to get to the southernmost. Maybe the southern center is the most important one. I'll consider it a strong hint if this room doesn't have a southern door. It does, though. What it's currently lacking is an east door, which is also what we saw on the other side. Is there a statue? No, there's not. Oh, no. In one of the... Oh, I know which room did have a statue. I put a C for no statue instead of a B for statue in one of the rooms. Okay. Step everywhere. And then we'll go south. Where there's only a southern door. Right now. And there is currently no statue. All right. What does it all mean? Whoa. Oh yeah, it's just the Dark Esper with a different palette. Looks cool though. Looks cool, dies easy, and gives up a whole lot of money and experience actually. Which is great for me. Okay. Go out at the southernmost point, run all the way around to the northernmost. Oh, but now I should do a switch. Well, I called this one Mandala 1. So there are 4 buttons. Press which... Oh, no. It's not even just rotating. Well, maybe it just rotates now. Let's try A first. I'm guessing, because I don't have an arrow, that this is communicating to me to use the face buttons. Press A. Oh, of course. Because look at it. And a 3. Oh, dear. I need a whole separate piece of paper to make notes about what the mandalas say when I do things. By piece of paper, I mean one of these crummy index cards. I have this whole pack of extra large index cards that have very little stiffness, and what's the point of them? Also, I don't usually use speaking notes when I speak publicly. Would you believe that in my professional career, talking ceaselessly is not a thing that I have problems with? M1 A results in and 3. Okay. A, B, X, and Y. M2 A, B, X, Y. I don't have room to do all of them here. But I also don't have time, I don't think, to... Unless this turns out to be much easier than it seems. I don't think we're solving it today. I think we're just exploring it. Okay. So, right now, I want to find out what happens after having pressed only 1. Another clue to me should have been that it was going to correspond to the buttons, is that on a Super Famicom controller as opposed to a Super NES controller, the buttons are colored exactly like that. So A is the red button. Okay, now let's just go in. There's no statue. And a 3. No statue. I'm going to number the rooms. In room 2, there's now no statue. I like this puzzle even though I don't know what it is yet. If there are more changes, I've already run out of space to note them, which is a critical flaw in the get rid of these crummy index cards somehow plan. Nothing added to this room. Nothing added here. And no new door here. Before I said, I hope I took the notes right. Okay, gotta use some shorthand here. Two C 9B, maybe. We'll find out when we go and get Piero to set this thing back. We have the surprise round. That's great news. Dead white, 2 dead vampires, 3 dead vampires. Okay. I think we're gonna be alright. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Got them all. Right. Also, for some reason, I didn't step everywhere last time I was in this room. Last time I was in the room, this is what the doors were like. So I'll go back. Oh, wait. 3 also lost its demon statue. Or did it? Have I become confused? Where am I? Cedric. No, okay. Oh, that's kind. Is it actually just telling me where the statues are on Duma Pick after I do the thing? Seems like it. So I feel moderately confident. Okay, now I'm going to do, you know what? No, I shouldn't have changed that. Oh no. Erased a bunch of stuff. Unhelpfully. Okay. And there's no thing here. Okay, great news if Duma Pick is just going to actually tell me what's changing, at least with the statues. Maybe it'll even tell me about the doors, if the doors do indeed change. Okay, so now I'm going back to Piero. Hey, buddy. Please do turn the rooms back to normal. And then, hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. Okay. So, if I recall correctly, and I believe I did, what's that comma or apostrophe? Was that always there on the status screen? It might be there to indicate that we have the pink ribbon or something like that. Now, yes, it is back the way that it once was. Okay, that means that we can do a lot of work on this puzzle without trekking through the rooms again and again. So, we've tried A. Let's try B. B says, and a 5. But what has happened? Okay. And a 5 made only one change. Turned 3 to a C. Now, I'm going to test going back to the A button to see if the changes are... No, because now it says and a 5. Before it said and a 3. Now pressing it, whereas before... Now we have what? 4 and 9 have statues? What's the difference? Let's see. Ah. Okay. I think they're cumulative, but I can't be 100% sure because of my own poor note-taking. Hold on. Hey, Piero! Please do put them back to normal. I'm going to quickly deplete my Duma picks here, but we're getting the feel. Okay, by default, it's like that. And then A by itself did what? Remind myself? I think I missed one of the things. It says and a 3. Okay. Don't know what that means. But then, okay, so it swapped it by toggling those 3. And by turning... So this one just is a total swap. Not total, but it took turned 3 statues off and 3 on. Okay. Let me improve the note-taking here slightly. This is, by the way, I've experimented so far with 2 buttons on one of the 11 dials or arrays of buttons. Okay, this switched us to... What has toggled? Just, okay. We've added statues to 1, 4, and 9. And it took statues from 2, 3, and 7. Okay. Oops. Also, the switches are not going to consistently have the and thing message. Like, they're not always going to say the same number. So noting that by itself tells me nothing. Okay. Now I'm doing B again. And a 4 Great. So the two buttons in different orders produce different results. Because now we've got 1 stayed, 4 stayed, and 3 toggled. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So perchance, what these are specifically doing is that they are switching, just changing the, I hope, just changing the status of certain rooms. But let's find out. But Cedric's out of Duma picks. Fortunately, James has all of his. Please do put things back to normal in there. I like this puzzle. Okay. We're making very little forward progress right now. Because I need to run this back again. Just to... Okay. 237 is the default. And then if I press just B... It says and a 5. At least starting with B always says and a 5. That's something we can hang on to. And this toggled only 3. And so, it may... Okay, I believe that they are toggles. And in that case... Well, if that's the case, what would I expect to happen based on what I've seen? The only thing that changes from B is that the statue in room 3 was toggled. So then I would expect that if I press A again, I would get a statue in 1. I would have no statue in 2. I would get a statue in 3. I'd have a statue in 4. I would have no statue in 7. I would have a statue in 9. I'm expecting those changes. Now let's find out. There is a statue in 4. There is a statue in 9. There is not a statue in 3. Okay. Oh dear. Once more, with just the A switch. So by default, it's 237. Pressing A. Changes it from 237 to 149. Toggling, as far as I can tell, all 3 of the statues that were there off, while also making 149. And then doing B this way, does it just... If all I know of B is it's a toggle for room 3, But it turned off 7. No. It turned off 9. But it didn't turn anything on. Except 3. So, what does that mean? Let's torture myself by pressing the X button. Again, this is just one of 11 sets of 4 buttons. But basically, if I can figure out the principle by which this whole thing operates, pressing the X button took 3 off, but 9 on, and also turned off nothing else. Okay. I have not isolated any kind of rule, but let's press Y. I just pressed Y for the record. And now we're back to the default. So, one last thing to try while I still have one Duma pick. He sets the rooms back to normal for me. I know what A by itself does, so I press it. And then if I just press Y, it's back to the way it started. Is Y a reset? I don't know. But I suppose it could be. Okay. Let's go back, get my spell slots recharged. Yeah, please put everything back. And I'll torment myself with this a little bit more, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. So we're not leveling this party up, despite the much greater experience rewards that we can receive on this dungeon level, because there's a puzzle that is occupying my mind. At least the way back is fast. In original Wizardry, once you're ready to be trying to get to Werdna on the 10th level, and you've got access to the private elevator, the trip is the exact trip I'm making right now. Like, go to the first elevator, go down to D, walk down a hall to the private elevator. You take that to F, because there's 9 levels, and F corresponds to level 9. And then it's like something like 6 steps from the elevator. There's a chute that drops you to the basement. Not going up yet. Because Mahdi... Well, it's overkill to use Mahdi at all here. Let's just Dios it. Not so much problem that it's overkill. I don't mind being wasteful of spells. That's meaningless when you're going back. But it's actually just faster click-wise to not scroll over to Mahdi. Okay. This is neat. I like the puzzle, even if so far it's incomprehensible to me. It seems like it might be frighteningly complex. I assume the thrust of the puzzle is literally make it so either there's probably so there's a statue in every room, or possibly so that there is not a statue in every room. I assume it's one of those two possibilities. A dreadful thought is what if there's like a strong clue to this puzzle on the 6th floor? Well, I'll probably get started next time by doing some delving before I start tormenting myself again with this cool but thus far very obscure puzzle. I mean, I think like I said, I think it's probably getting them all there, and so it's just figuring out the rule of how the buttons change things. What we really, really hope for, and which may or may not come true, is that there is a consistent... If that Y button is a reset, and the reset holds on every single one, boom. We've gone from 44 different buttons to figure out to 33. Easy. But yeah, I think this is kind of like... There's a puzzle... I mean, there's a puzzle... This is a puzzle that I've seen in a lot of different games. But... or contexts. But I remember it in Mario RPG, in the puzzle, one of the puzzle segments near the end of the game. There's just a grid of switches. It's much more straightforward because you press the switch down and it just toggles all the switches in the 4 directions, and you have to get all the switches on. But I think it's something like that. Figure out the rules of what these buttons do, and then manipulate the buttons to make it so that all the statues are there. So it very well could be a thing. Oh, went to the control center. Arch-Wizard. Well, we're never gonna see your spells, dude. You should have brought some meat shields. Hey, Bureau! Imagine the poor aggro gamer who just immediately kills Piero when they meet him. Okay. I'm going to press X by itself and see what's different. And a 2. Ooh. Pressing X by itself toggles on a bunch of them. So my numbering scheme, when I'm referring to these things by numbers, is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like a phone. So it toggled on, not that many, it turned on 2. It turned on 6 and 9. From fresh. And now we start trying different combinations of the buttons to see if we can isolate the rule. First things first, though. Is the Y button just a reset? Not promising. No, Lord, no. Okay. So, in this case, the Y didn't change 6 or 9, but it activated 8 and 1, and it switched off 2 and 3. Oh, Lord. So it's not a reset. And yet it worked functionally like a reset when I hit them all in order, I think. A, B, X, and then Y. Okay. If I did B right now, would I get a statue into room 3 and make no other changes? Probably not. No. We did get the statue in 3. Okay. One thing is that an index card is not nearly enough to take notes on this. Excuse me a moment. Why am I holding on to a notebook that is entirely depleted? This'll do. Wow. I last used this notebook in 2015 because it's full of notes of books that I was reading to try to figure out how the hell I was going to teach engineers. Not about technical writing, the thing that I was well prepared to be teaching, but to be teaching the Engineering in Society course. Okay, M1. A. Okay, so by default, I should remind myself, the default is 237. And now, still just with this one, I'm going to try a few different sequences, note the changes along the way, and see if I can isolate a rule. Starting with the A button, which I've done so many times now. My pencil, here it is. Whoops. Very, very kind of them to not make you crawl through the rooms to find out what has changed. So if you press just A, you then have 1, 4, 9. Two, 3, 7, turn off. Okay. So then, what if I go right to Y? If I press Y, I then have 2, 3, 7. And this time, actually, it was a reset. 1, 4, and 9 turn off. We're back to the default. If I press A again, please just make it go to 1, 4, 9. One, 4, 9. That's comforting. Okay. Feels like a dead end to go A and then Y. So I will terminate this permutation. Go and reset. Glad that I thought to try to trade with him. I think I've usually checked it out, but imagine if I hadn't. Okay. This time, I'll start with A. I guess there was no reason to go reset, but okay. A. As above. They always do the same thing when you press them first. Very comforting. And then, although I know I've done this one a lot, B. I should be noting, although I didn't up above. I should be noting the and. a 4 if we go A and then B. And the B change is that we have gone to 1, 3, 4. Meaning that 3 went on, 9 went off. Okay. And now what does Y do? It's and a 4. I'm writing the whole phrase, and a 4. I could probably just use the shorthand of 4 and also write it as a digit, not a word. But here we are doing this. Pressing Y next gives us 2, 3, 9. Which means 1 and 4 turned off. Whoops. For my own sake, I should keep it in order. Do the on ones first. 2, 9 turned on. And went from 1, 3, 4 to 2, 3, 9. The off ones are 1 and 4. Okay, let me puzzle over this for a moment. If we go A and then Y, Y turns on 2, 3, and 7 and turns off 1, 4, and 9? Oh dear. Oh dear. What if we hit B again? Then we have 2, 3, 9. Nothing changed. That's so weird, though. Unless I took notes incorrectly, which is quite possible. Let's check. This is still one switch. If it's something as simple as, like, just go press A for everyone. If that turns out to be the solution, boy, will I feel silly. But okay, let's confirm this. Did I have the notes right when I pressed A first? Oh, good. Running out of Duma picks. Yes, A switches it to 1, 4, 9. And then B this way will turn 9 off. But it doesn't turn 9 off if I do Y first? Just double check. Oh, it does turn 9 off. Yes, that's what I say. Okay. So it turns 9 off in this case, but if I've hit Y, it does not turn 9 off. That's very strange. If I already confirmed that doing Y first makes no change. Oh man, it didn't kill the Kobold King with my one attack. Oh, we had the surprise, so it didn't matter. Okay. I can't do much more of this right now because my brain is not in the zone for it at all. However, if I press Y first, is it just no change? It'd be great if it is. Default is 237. It is a change. Y by itself goes to 2. No, it goes to 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 1, 6, and 9. So 1, 6, and 9 turn on. 2, 3, and 7 turn off. Not good. But then what does B do? If this is a variation on a common puzzle that I'm just not familiar with yet, and everyone is watching thinking, oh god. Well, I'm sorry. But you have to keep watching. Okay. So, B after Y leaves us with 1 and 3, which means 3 turned on, and 9 turned off. So it seemed like in most cases it seems like B is turning 3 on if possible and turning 9 off if possible, but not toggling it. Yes, put the rooms back to normal, please. You weird little clown. Okay, some people we can kill. That's satisfying. Ooh. I didn't even realize that Kiki had Barako. Or at least Barako. No, she did have whatever. What does she have? Maybe we'll find it. Not just Barako. Hey, we got most of them. I like these guys because they seem to be pretty generous with the experience because they come in large groups. And yet they're not difficult to kill at all. Okay, so B by itself did what? It says and a 5. B by itself toggles 3 off. And makes no other change. Okay. So, when pressed before Y, it seems like B will... No, it's even worse. Unless I took notes wrong when I did A, B, Y, B. Because there, B suddenly became a no change thing. Otherwise, it always seems to toggle, turn 9 off, and switch 3. Alright, well, let's find out what happens if I hit Y now. Running out of Dumapic, so I'm not doing this much longer. Today. Might be doing this for a very long time overall. But okay, pressing Y from here takes us to 1, 6. Meaning 1 and 6 turned on. Oh, this is bad. 2 and 7 turned off. Okay. Complete madness. Probably I ought to try experimenting with other buttons. That might be what... Just trying different ones might expose the rule to me. But okay. Y first turns 2, 3, and 7 off. And 1, 6, and 9 on. But Y second puts 1 and 6 on, but not 9 if you press B first. 2 and 7 off. And yet, if you go A, B, Y, 9 does turn on, and then B doesn't turn 9 off. Okay. I'm going to, even if it completely ruins my plans to finish this playthrough on my vacation, I'm going to try so hard to figure this out before I beg someone to tell me. Okay. I want to stick to the notches that connect to this one room, at least. So what if I pressed A here? And a 3, which is what it says when you press A first in the other place. A first here from M2 results in 1, 4, 9. That's the kind of thing that might fill you with hope. The buttons do similar things. So, I have 2 casts of Dumapic left. I want to know, does Y here... No. I want to know if the Y up here produces the same result. Because before, pressing A on this one and then Y on this one leaves it at, sets it back to the default. If I pressed A over there and then Y here, does it go back to the default? Because what if it's only the 4 buttons? That seems like too much to hope for. 2, 3, 7. Okay. I only have one cast of Duma pick left. I think what I'll do I'll use an eclectic party next time if I'm trying to solve this. I'll bring everyone with mage spells. It has not been a long time, but sure, whatever. Okay, now, what if I pressed A on this one? It says and a 3. 1, 4, 9. Just like A has done everywhere else I've pressed it so far. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. But now, let's go here. Press Y. I'm going to have to do this with the mini-map. But if this goes back to normal, I'm going to dare to dream. Should be 2, 3, 7. Seven's back. Bonk. Two's back. Three's back. Are the other ones not back, though? Not back. Nothing. 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 Okay. Maybe the buttons are the same in all positions, and it's just about finding the right order to press the 4 buttons in. Maybe. We can dare to dream. Okay. I'm going to do one more without Duma pick. Just walking around. Maybe get a couple fights in. And then I'll wrap up for the day. Let's go all the way to here. Press A. Four turned on. 7 didn't. I mean, 7 turned off. 8 is untouched. 9 is on. So I've seen, let's see. I've seen everything on except for 5 and 8, at least in the notes that I've taken. What if I pressed X? What if I go A and then X? And a 4. 9 is on. Put this on the index card because chasing a theory that I'm not really sure about. A then X results in that's still just 9. No 8. No 7. Confirmed no 7. No 4. I'll just note what's on. 1. Okay. 1 and 9 are still there, but 4 is not. 2 is not. You know what? It's actually probably faster to come through. 5 is not. 9 is not. Two is not. Okay, so we just have 1 and what did I say? 1 and 9? Oh god. 1 and 9. So all X did in this case was toggle 4 off, it seems. Just out of curiosity, what does Y do? Didn't turn 6 on. It did turn 3 on, it seems. Two's not on. One's not on. Okay. Seven is on. That's still just 7. 8 is not on. And 9 is off. So it goes to 3, 7. So X before Y stops Y from turning on room number 2? Maybe? Ooh, 4 centaurs. That's cool. Let's melt them with acid. Ooh, these guys are tough. One of them died from 51 damage. Enemies don't have a set hit points. I think they have set hit dice, or at least a hit point range. They're all trying to kick, which is another thing that feels like it could be a decapitation attack. Well, they're all dead now. And not a one of them did kick us in the face. Yeah, 3 and 7. Okay, well. AX, YB. What might that do? Okay. We're going all out on these chumps. Oh, right. I keep forgetting the Kiki has priest spells, not mage spells. But I might just as well go all out with a Ladalto on 4 looters. Huh. I cast the Ladalto. Did I accidentally aim? I think I aimed Cedric and James at the same group by mistake. Wow, silly of me. There we go. Much better kill rate. In Ovid's Metamorphoses, there's an incredible scene. I don't even remember the context, but there's a big party where both humans and centaurs are invited, but then the centaurs get really drunk and ruin the party for everyone in a very violent, like, they all start killing each other and stuff. It's very funny. God, the Metamorphoses are good. 2 is on. Which is disconcerting, because we've never seen B have an effect on room 2 before. 1 is on. That's also 1. 4's off. 7 is on. Guess I should check if... oh, no. No. Yeah, that's 7. Still have not activated 8. 9 is not on. 6 is not on. And I guess I should go in and check 5, even though I doubt it's on. No. Wait a minute. 8 is on? Or do I just not know where I am? North, north, west, west. No, that's 7. 1, 2, and 7. And that's the only time B has ever affected room 2. I got nothing. And I can't think anymore. I've tried nothing, and I'm all out of ideas. Okay. Hey, buddy. Please, set them back to normal. At least it does seem... It's not necessarily so, but it seems like the switches... It doesn't matter where you're pressing the buttons from. I think. Oh, heck. Let's go to C. Get in a fight there, just to find out what it's like. Dark Mage is the only new enemy here, but this is a pretty tough party. But we have the surprise, so I think we're going to be alright. Ooh, the Dark Mage did survive Ivy's attack, and we didn't get the Jonin. We didn't get all the sorceresses. I still think we're going to be okay. Don't have any reason to believe that we're going to be okay. And yet I believe it. I'm going to bust out La Zalek to try to get the Immaculate. Here we go. Dark Mage dies. The Jonin's knocked it. The Immaculate resisted the... Okay, and then he attacks me with the Rokukujo. 2 hits, 16 damage. It's all good. Sorcerer is dead. Okay. This could have gone worse. And they're all dead. Brilliant. 10,000 experience. Still, I gotta stop. But, oh, heck. Let's get one fight on D floor. We'll do it the grinding way. But it's not real grinding. One grandfather, one fairy ninja. Can they decapitate us? Feels possible. We're consistently meeting enemies that we cannot simply kill. Like with a single shot from our main fighters. Fairy Ninja aims at Ivy with the Manji Shuriken, but it missed. Fairy Ninja fires at Ivy with Shuriken. 21 damage. I can only assume the Manji Shuriken would have been terrible. Fairy Ninja unaffected by breath. Manji Shuriken against Cedric from the Grandfather, but it missed. But he's got another one. Fires wildly. 24 damage. No decapitation. Good. Okay. Okay. Hey, what do you know? The game's getting tough. Grandfather's still not dead. Fairy Ninja finally died. Jeez, this is one tough grandfather. He's dead now, though. Alright, big experience at least. I did not do enough fighting to actually level up. But hey, it's good to know. Then there, of course, the question remains well, the question, I don't know if it remains because I'm not sure I said it aloud, but can the lower floors expose some hint to us? I think next time I might give the puzzle a break at the start in favor of mapping the other floors and seeing what we find. Oh, don't go up yet. Let's do all the healing we can. Probably all of it. Oh yeah, definitely. In fact, it's done. Probably no levels up, but definitely some progress. But let's find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not counting well. What do you know? Of course, fighter levels up are the least exciting. Lost IQ. Well, we weren't keeping around for being smart. Gained piety. Gained luck. 11 hit points. Not bad. Fighters also do get extra attacks. It's just never communicated to you. I'm not sure if level 13 has one. Yeah, Sasha made progress, but... Ooh, Cedric got very close. Hey, Mary. Okay, that's great. Come on, new spells, Mary. Yes. Strength. 11 hit points. That's not bad. This is exciting. Spells, buddy. Me. Good old reliable James. New spells. Gain strength. Gained luck. 1 hit point. Okay. Look at Ivy. 200. That's a hardy woman. Alright. We gotta know. Curious about Cedric. I'm more excited, obviously, about James's levels up. Hey, Medalto. 8d8 damage. Socordi to summon demons, and he's got all the other circles leading up to there. Mary, in the top circle, now has Cadorto, Bacardi, and Madile, which is mass heal, right? Yes, we already had that. Bacardi, instantly kill one group by stopping their hearts. And Cadorto is resurrect from ash. Ooh, La Baddie, drain all but 1 to 8 hit points from one enemy and heal the caster. It's like a vampire spell. Mogato, send one demon back through the gates to the abyss. Seems like a very specific spell. Okay. And now the main event. Tilt-A-Wait. So what I'm missing is a nuclear explosion. 15 D10 to all enemies. And I've got 3 slots. But what I did not get, the only spell I don't have now, and I think that does commit me to this character for 1 more level up. I mean, not this character, but this class, because I really want to become an alchemist. Even though, well, it's not too much. Because the one spell he doesn't have is teleport. A valuable spell. Even if you're just using it to quickly get out of the dungeon. Alright. Hey. Exciting. We're in the end stages now. A few more sessions, depending on how torturous this puzzle really turns out to be. And, I'm going to put a pin in this. And it's getting to that wizardry level of tension where everyone can be killed at any moment, which is exciting. The battles make you think like, oh, should I just tilt-await this party? That temptation will exist. It's exciting. I'm excited. You're excited. We're all having fun. Wizardry Gaiden 4. Taima no Koru. Good stuff. So, that's it for today. What's coming up? Well, it's the last, not full week, but like the last 7 days of my vacation started today. So, tomorrow, a doubleheader in the afternoon. Me by myself, playing Ultima 7 Part 2, Serpent Isle. We'll carry on in that, and we'll see what we can do. Thursday night, Friday Night Frosthaven. On Thursday, a momentous night, because mostly we'll do Outpost stuff, but we're finally retiring the Drifter. Greg will debut. Doesn't get to play it yet, because we won't be in a scenario till the next time. But I'll show you the figurine of the Unfettered Hive. A character that just has an awful lot of summons. Holy smokes. 2 full little punch-out boards of summons Greg did not take home with him, because he'll be summoning them. So that's cool. We're looking forward to that. And we'll see what else happens in the Outpost phase. It'll be nice to talk to Rich, my dear friend, and all that kind of good stuff. Then on Friday, maybe something in the daytime. But what is for sure coming on Friday in the evening is the debut, since we're not doing Friday Night Frosthaven, of Hey Babe, can we play this game? A couple stream with me and my lady love Danielle, where we're going to check out the game Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. But the general idea of that stream, which we'll not do on a regular basis, but now and then, is exactly what it sounds like. Hey babe, can we play this game? I'll pick some game. Play with Danielle. We'll get a non-gamer's perspective on some game. And my perspective. A person who's definitely a gamer. Not that kind of gamer, not a capital G gamer. But it's certainly a person who plays a lot of video games and thinks about them too. In a scholarly way. And then, Saturday, Dark Sun, Shattered Lands. Probably not the last session, but it could be. And I'm laying my marker down. No, if it's not the last session, it's the second last session. We are going to put an end to the terrors of Draj, and we're going to shut down their army. So that's exciting. And then on Sunday, we're starting up the Famicom Classic Sweet Home. And then next week, before you know it'll be Monday, one of the last 2 days of my vacation, and we'll definitely be back in the Ancient Cave in Wizardry Gaiden 4, Throb of the Demon's Heart. That's where we are, and that's where we're going. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you cannot hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're gonna figure out what these buttons do if it kills me, take care of yourselves. And be kind. And be kind to everyone you meet.